We ready? I think so. We're going to show you another video with UDK and Softimage and how you get an object, a static object, I believe that's what it's called, right? A static object from Softimage into the Unreal Development Kit with a collision object. A collision object is an object that's not seen that goes around our object so that in the UDK it will be able to react to things like bullets and move around. If I open my scene here, you'll see I have two objects. One is called, well, I'll show you what one is called. One is called cube and one is called mine. They're no more complicated than that. Let me go to all four views here. Here we go. First I make the collision objects, which will just be primitives. I'll take a polygon mesh cube for the cube, which should appear there eventually. Yep. I'm going to turn off high quality here. This will go a little bit faster then. And I'm going to put it in position right around the object, like that. And I want to make it a little bit bigger, so I'm going to scale it slightly larger. Maybe like that. So it totally encases it, which it does at this point. If I open up an Explorer now, you'll see I have the object there, cube 1. I'm going to hide it. When I hit my H key, I don't have to see it then, and I see a little h there. Now, this is one of the most important things. It has to be named properly. And if I remember properly, it's uppercase UCX. Is that right? Uppercase UCX underscore, and then the name of the object it's attached to, which in this case is uppercase M, INE. And it stands for Unreal Collision X. Any idea? No, but Unreal Collision something.
That's for the cube.
Yeah. That's for the cube.
Yeah.
Oh, you think I'm on the wrong one? I see what you're saying.
UCX underscore cube, not mine.
Ah, good point. I see. Right. Yes. The mine is the other object, which we will do as well. And let me hit the enter key here. And this should be, that should be fine. Now, for the mine, I will use a different shaped object. I will use a sphere. I'm going to do that same thing about encasing it. We'll put it right like that. And I'm going to scale it slightly larger. Let's see what we got here. We'll hold that down like that. So it just goes to the outside of those objects. And maybe I'll straighten it out a little bit here, just because we have a... Okay. Now I have that there. I'm going to hide it. Hit my H key. And I'm going to rename it. And we'll call this uppercase UCX underscore. And this is the one I call mine. And I hit enter. And now would be a very good time to save. File, save as, never overwrite. We'll call this imports to. And if I had external files, I would turn that on. Okay, now I export all four objects as an FBX file. So I select all four of them. I go to File, Export, FBX. And we'll call this, we're in the C directory, which is a nice, easy place to find stuff from. We'll call this mine. I'll call it mines 1. And I'll hit OK, and now the settings. This isn't that important, but it's still left from last time, the target thing. We're using the FBX plugin 2013 because Unreal seemed happier about that. Include, we don't have cameras and lights. We do have selection only, that's important. No animation, and under advanced we're scaling it by going to millimeters, which we'll leave there. So it'll be 10 times larger when it goes into the Unreal interface, but that about matches Softimage's. So I'm going to hit OK, and it's going to write out. And hopefully it's done. Okay. We'll minimize that. Now we'll go to the UDK. Programs, Unreal Development Kit, UDK Editor. It'll pop open. Okay, I'm going to close that, and I'm going to import. import, we'll go to C, I'll sort by date. Probably the last thing that was saved on here will be Mines 1 FBX. It's not that big. I'm going to hit open. And over here, I'm going to take this into the static mesh. And there's one setting that's very important. Which one is it? It's one convex per hole? That's the one? Okay. So I'll have to make sure that's clicked. It is not normally clicked. Make sure that is clicked. And as long as I have static mesh, I'm going to hit OK to all. And yes. Okay, so now we should have this cube and we should have this mine. Let's drag them in. We'll drop them in the scene there and we'll drop this in the scene there. Now, if they work, I'll close that and I'll hit this play button here. And here's my interface, and this should be WASD. Let's see what happens. Now, where should I be shooting from?
Save it as a DM.
Oh, that's right. This is just the bump into part first, is that right? So let's show that again, because in this scene here, we will just bump into the objects. Let me do that again, which means that I won't run through them. Watch as I head up to it, I'll hit it, and I can't bump into the thing. But it's not moving around, actually. This one, too. Now, if I escape that, I then select my object, which I can do down here, right mouse click it, and I pick Convert to K-Actor, Convert Static Mesh to K-Actor. And I'll do it with the other one, too. Right mouse it, Convert Static Mesh to K-Actor.
Save the map as a DM test.
Okay, so File, Save As?
Yep.
Okay, File, Save As.
DM
DM,
minus
-sign, and then whatever I want to call it.
Yep.
And this is just in case it crashes, is that right, Stefan?
Yeah, and to make guns available in the editor.
Oh, this is how you, I didn't even know that. Okay, we'll call this mine. And why don't I put this in C2, just in case we ever need it again. I'll hit save. Okay, now if I hit this play, which won't be found in game, perform, I'm going to hit yes. And I do have a gun. And it does fire, which is good. Let's see if it does anything to these things. Yes, it does. Look at that. And they're using their collision objects, which we put on them before. And they're bouncing around a lot. Look at that. Oh, that one's gone. They fall off sometimes. This one, you'll see a bump into it, and if I back up, bam, bam, I can flip it over. And that is what it takes. You think I'll push it over? There it goes. That is what it takes to get objects with collision objects out of Softimage into the Unreal Development Kit.